Good afternoon, everybody. This is Rhonda. Welcome to another episode of Yarn Talk with J'adore Le Crochet. I hope that everybody is doing well and having a super fantastic Sunday afternoon. I am doing absolutely fabulous. Okay, so today what I want to talk about is first, I want to apologize to all of my subscribers that have been waiting for the instructional video on how I created my denim blues poncho top. Okay guys, so here's the situation. I attempted to record that video, and when I got into recording the video and trying to explain how to construct that top, I realized that it's going to take a full tutorial in order for you to understand how I did that top. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, well, I can explain this. It's a really simple design on how to create the top. But when I was walking through the steps trying to explain it, I realized it was a little bit more complicated than what I had initially thought, given my own personal skill level. Okay, so I'm thinking for myself, this top is easy to make. However, if I'm trying to explain it to someone who hasn't made a garment before, it may not be as simple to understand the process it took to put the whole thing together. So I think it would be an injustice to each of you if I don't do it in a way that you can actually create the top. And so in order to do that, it will have to be a tutorial for that piece. Okay, so being that right now I don't have the recording equipment to do a tutorial, then I'm going to hold off on even mentioning or talking about when I'm going to start doing tutorials on my channel. Okay, when I have all the equipment that I need to do that, then I will definitely start pushing out some tutorials. But for now, just on the channel, I will be sharing my work with you, talking to you about designs that I'm doing or creating, things that I want to make or that I have in the process of doing, etc. So I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, but I really did make a concerted effort to try and get that instructional video out to you all. But I've just felt that if it wasn't um, in a sense that you could actually create the top, then it would be an injustice to you to me to even attempt to do that. So I would rather just wait and give you all a full tutorial on that piece when I'm able to do it for you. So sorry, and please continue to watch and subscribe to my channel, and as I share my love for crochet with each and every one of you. Excuse me. I was asked to do a tutorial on how to crochet a simple cardigan in plus size. I do have some ideas for that project. However, again, it goes back to me being able to record the tutorial. Okay, and so since again I don't have that capability at the moment, then that will be one of the items that I will put on my list of tutorials to do once I have my equipment and I'm ready to move forward with doing that. So I apologize to everyone that has been waiting to see that tutorial. Please forgive me. When I was talking about how to properly measure for a poncho, the book Curvy Girl Crochet. The reason why I mentioned that particular book was because it was something that you all could purchase that had the patterns in it that would fit plus size, and it would be a reference point for you if you were looking to make something in plus size. And the particular pattern that I showcased was a free pattern, so even if you did not have the book, you could go and get that pattern and make that poncho. Now, as far as me doing a tutorial on any of the patterns in that book, I am not allowed to do that for legal reasons because that is a paid book that the designer has put out for purchase for her work. And so I cannot in turn take her work that is she's for sale and then make a free tutorial on how to create that design. Okay, so please understand that if you have a pattern and it is not a free published pattern, that I cannot do a tutorial on that piece. Okay, so if you paid for it, it comes from a book. I cannot do a free YouTube tutorial on that piece. So my apologies again, but just understand for legal reasons, I cannot do that. And I don't want to infringe on someone else's work or their designs in my effort to build my personal brand in crochet. Okay. So I hope that answers those questions, and I hope you all understand um, my stance on that. If I use a pattern that I know that you all can purchase or that it's a pattern for free, I will direct you to where you can also get the pattern. If it's a free pattern and I can get permission to do a tutorial on it, then I will do that, okay? But if it's something paid from another designer, please know that I will not be doing tutorials on other paid patterns by other designers, okay? I will, however, if I create something and design something in the future, I will be doing some tutorials on that. Now, does that mean you cannot ask me a question of clarity about doing a pattern? No, it does not. You can absolutely ask me if you have questions about, some wording or something in a pattern, whether it's a paid pattern or not. Go over to my Facebook page and I will have a link to my Facebook page there, and you can ask me questions there and I will respond to you there to help you with clarity on reading patterns. I have gotten bitten by the virus shawl bug. Okay, so if any of you out there are connected with the Facebook crochet community or even here on YouTube, because there are several videos on how to create this virus shawl within the last 7-8 months, it has gone pretty much viral in the crochet community. And so I did like the design, and I do like the design of the shawl. And I was like, one day I'm going to make me one of those shawls. And about a week or so ago, I went into my yarn stash and I found this yarn that I had bought from Michaels a while back. And I had only used a smidgen of this yarn in a previous project that I made. And I had several skeins of it left. I had like 4 full skeins, and I had like 4.5 skeins of the yarn left. And so I thought, oh wow, this would be the perfect yarn to make the virus shawl. So I made the virus shawl, guys, and I am in love. Can I say that? I'm in love with this shawl. So I'm going to share the shawl with you. Okay, let me turn the camera. This is absolutely beautiful. And the thing about this yarn pattern is, this shawl is the pattern and the striping and the yarn for me. I think the yarn that you choose to make this shawl is what makes the shawl so stunning. Now, let me tell you about my yarn choice. The yarn that I used was from Michaels, and this is, by the way, it's not even available anymore, at least not here locally at the Michaels that I go to. I have not seen it because I bought this on clearance, I know about 2 years ago, and since I purchased it, I haven't seen any more of it in the store. But it's called Woodlands yarn. This is it, and um, it's a number one. It's a super fine yarn. It's a number one. It is 73% wool, 24% nylon, and 3% polyester. Okay, The colorway for this is called Tumble. So this is all that I had left from my 4.5 skeins of that yarn, but I'm loving this virus shawl. It is so pretty. Here's another look at it. I will definitely be making probably one more of these. Um, as I've told you guys before, I am not one to make several of the same item. Okay, it kind of bores me when I have to keep repeating the same pattern over and over again. So if I find something that I like it, I make it, and then I move on to something totally different. Very rarely, and I do mean rarely, do I make more than one of an item. Okay. And if I make it the second time, I usually will try to alter it in some way so that it's not the same exact pattern as the first piece. Okay. Now, with that being said, as you can imagine, that would probably make it difficult for me when it comes to the point when I get ready to start making tutorials for you all. But what I will try to do in my tutorials is when I will try to film the tutorial when I'm making the piece for the first time. Okay. And that way I can edit it and everything and not have to make the piece more than once and for filming purposes. Okay. So that is my plan on that. I'm working on a new piece and it's going to be a top, and I'm going to share with you what I've got done for it so far. This is what I've done so far for this top. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you exactly how that's going to come together. You're going to have to wait and see, but just know that I'm working on a new original J'adore Le Crochet design. Okay, what else am I doing? Let's see. Oh, the loom knitting that I told you guys that I bought the loom and I was working on learning how to loom so that I could teach my kids how to loom. Well, let me show you how that project is going. Um, Here it is. This is the scarf that we've been working on. And let me say, I started this and it was rather wide because this will be for my youngest son when it's done. And so he's only 6 years old. So this, the original scarf that I had started was way too wide for him. So I took it all loose and we started over. Now, the majority of this I have done um, with trying to explain it to my sons as well as I'm making it. So now I have stopped working on this and they take turns coming and practicing and working on the scarf. So it may take a little while for the scarf to actually get finished because they all want to practice. This is sort of like their practice piece. So hence why it's not finished yet. I would have been finished if I had done it or would be doing it all myself. But I promised them that I would let them finish it as they felt they wanted to work on it. Okay, so when they finish that, then I will show it to you what the finished product looks like. But it's coming along really well. I'm really, really proud of them. And my middle son, who's 7 years old, he wants to also get the round loom because he wants to make a hat. So I will eventually do that as well, is get them a hat so that he can loom knit himself a hat as well. So I think that is about it that I'm working on right now. Oh, I'm still working on my challenge piece, which is the dress that I'm doing from charts completely. And I haven't done a whole lot on it because I've been working on my own working on my own design as well. So, um, but other than that, oh, I do also have in mind another piece I want to design. And the inspiration from this piece has come from Jay's Knit and Pearl Jam. When she did her Helping Hands shawl, she gave me an idea on how I could do a cardigan when she did her tutorial on that Helping Hand shawl. So look for that to come out um, in the next month or so. Probably I'll start working on designing that piece as well. That when I saw her tutorial, it gave me an idea, and I did share with Jay that, oh, you gave me an idea or something. So Jay, if you're watching this video, I'm going to create a cardigan somewhat in the style of how you put that shawl together. Okay, so thank you for the inspiration. And that just goes to show you guys, that is how I design and how I get. I see other artists, other crochet patterns, and it'll give me a design to help me create something more. Okay, so I'm losing lighting, as you can tell, because my video is getting darker as I speak. So I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I will talk to you all soon. If you have any ideas or suggestions for me, if you have questions for me, put them down in the comments below. I will happily answer your questions. Also, I will have the link for my Facebook page in the description box below. Please go over and like my Facebook page and share your work with me there. That is a place that I've created where you can come and share your crochet work with me, and also see updates of things that I'm doing as well. I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.